Gay marriage in Utah has been in limbo for a little bit now. It was allowed first. Well, it wasn't allowed, and then it was allowed, and then it wasn't, and then it's on hold because it stayed upon appeal. And about 1,300 or so couples ended up getting married there when it was legal for a brief point in time, and their status is just totally up in the air at this point. Well, Eric Holder in the Justice Department got involved, to their credit, and said, quote, "Recently, an administrative step by the court has cast doubt on same-sex marriages that have been performed in the state of Utah. The governor has announced that the state will not recognize these marriages pending additional court action. In the meantime, I am confirming today that for the purposes of federal law, these marriages will be recognized as lawful and considered eligible for all relevant federal benefits on the same terms as other same-sex marriages." So this is another area where it is a great step in the right direction, but it got me thinking. Obama and the Democrats need to go balls to the wall on this issue and propose a bill to legalize gay marriage at a federal level. So before we had DOMA, with the Defense of Marriage Act, which is really the opposite, ironically, where they said only marriage between one man and one woman is recognized at a federal level, gay marriages aren't. Well, the Supreme Court partly struck that down, so now we do have the federal government accepting gay marriages, but the states themselves need to determine whether or not it's legal or illegal in their states. So only 17 states in the U.S. right now have legal gay marriage. So what I want the federal government to do, what I want Obama to push for, and what I want the Democratic senators to push for, and they're almost all on the same page now, is propose a fucking bill to legalize it on a federal level. Don't wait for Mississippi and Kansas to get on your page. It's gonna take a fucking while if you do. So why should gay couples in those places have to suffer because your ass is dragging your feet? When we all know what the right thing to do is, 58% of the American people are now on the page of legalizing gay marriage at a federal level. So go ahead, propose the bill. Now, of course, the Democratic response is, as they would repeat on other issues as well, I mean, it's not really going to get through because, I mean, the Senate might pass it because we have the votes there, but it probably isn't going to get through the House of Representatives because, of course, the Republicans cheated to maintain a majority in the House of Representatives because they gerrymandered. So the Democrats won by 1.8 million votes in the 2012 election, but they didn't actually get a majority, which is crazy, right? That's a different problem we could have a whole separate discussion about. But make them vote against it. Okay, if they're going to vote against it, fine. Make them vote against it. And then guess what? When they do vote against it, which they're likely going to do, propose the bill again next week. And then when they do that again, propose the bill again a week after that. And then when they do it again, propose the bill a week after that. And every single time they don't do it, you get together, you call a press conference, you all get on the same page, and you talk about how the Republicans just stood in the way of history. We all know eventually gay marriage is going to be illegal on a federal level. So they're just standing in the way of the inevitable and the thing that is right and just. I mean, think about it. Think about it if the Republicans voted no on interracial marriage. If we had a record, and I mean, we do have records of similar things to this, right? When there was filibusters of the Civil Rights Act, for example, but that now we laugh at those fucking idiots, right? We mock them. Like, look at this clown filibustering civil rights. Like, who are you? Like, are you really that stupid? But we can have them on record 10 times, 15 times, 30 times, actually voting against gay marriage, and then you use that in every election from here until the end of fucking time to crush them as the morons that they are. I mean, if the Republicans can try to vote to repeal Obamacare 46 times and act like, with a straight face, like, yeah, this is what we're supposed to do, why can't you make them vote against gay marriage 47 times? 147 times. I would propose the bill every single fucking day. I would make them vote against it so that later, when we know, like, eventually it's going to happen, it's going to be legal, and we know that's the right thing to do, we all point at them and laugh at them and say, you could vote for us, the people who are sane, or you could vote for the knuckle-dragging morons who have no clue about equal protection under the law and don't give a fuck about anybody who's not exactly like them. That's how you play politics. That's how you do it right. That's how you bring change. You make them, you shine a light on it. You shine a light on the bigotry and the stupidity and the nonsense. And then eventually, with time, they either crack or when we do get changes through a different way, say the Supreme Court sees another case and makes it legal on a federal level, we still point it out. We still say we're on the right side of history like we've always been.